Pineapple Gang is Non-Fungible Wonderful, and I'm back with another Ecomi and VV video. We inside, we in the studio, and I'm feeling wonderful, man. So let's get into this. The Veveverse is worth billions, and the reason why I'm making this video is because we are getting closer and closer to finally seeing what the Veveverse is looking like, right? We know that it's coming this year, and on their website, they have this statement, coming later this year, the Veveverse will offer an immersive metaverse in which fans and collectors can stake their claim in a new and collaborative world of collecting. And I made a video like this earlier, in my YouTube, and I kind of wanted to touch on a couple things because there's a lot of people now that are new to VV and Ecomi, and they don't really understand what the Veveverse is going to be. This is going to be something that is very immersive. You're going to have avatars. We've been hearing new terms from Dan, like VV City is going to be here. So not only are we going to have the Veveverse, we're going to have homes in VV City, and there's going to be digital land that people can have and own and things like that. So there was also another interview where Reese, he said, we're going to have DeLoreans, and in the Veveverse, you could get you'll drive your DeLorean around, it'll get dented, and you have to get it fixed. So that shows you how extensive this metaverse will be. And when it comes to NFTs, right now we are in a major NFT craze, right? We see, NFTs going for 300,000, 500,000, a million. And we're all wondering, hey, when is VV next, And this is kind of more of the long-term vision for what NFTs are. So NFTs are big right now. A lot of people are wondering, hey, why are NFTs so big? But what a lot of people don't realize right now is that NFTs are actually the segue into virtual worlds. So when it comes to virtual worlds, I have this document from Kathy Woods, and she is the leader of Ark Invest. And I definitely wanted to point this part out again because a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen with the Veveverse. So this is talking about the revenue from virtual worlds could approach 400 billion by 2025, right? And when investing in quality metaverses, VV is on track to have one of the best metaverses out here right now. There is Decentraland, there is Sandbox. Facebook is building on their metaverse right now, and I'm going to get into that. I have a short clip that I want to play later on about what Facebook's metaverse will be, and it kind of has a lot of things that will correlate to what VV is going to be, right? So the revenue from virtual worlds could approach 400 billion, right? If VV has one of the best metaverses, probably the top metaverse, we should see a lot of this virtual worlds money go into Veveverse. There are things like Fortnite and other games that are already established that will have certain metaverses, but when it comes to being built directly for a metaverse, I feel like Ecomi has this down packed. So I want to kind of go over this a bit. And, this chart is about in-game spend, premium spend, and what is going to happen with AR glasses. So they're saying, based on our research, the global gaming market will increase at a 16% compound annual rate during the next 5 years, from 175 billion in 2020 to roughly 365 billion by 2025. So when it says compound annual interest, these things only get bigger and more things are starting to happen. This will be a compound type of event, and NFTs is paving the way for that right now. And this also is about the AR and VR market, which will grow at a 59% compound annual rate during the next 5 years, from a 3 billion to a 28 billion in 2025. And we already know that VV and Ecomi, they already have the augmented reality and they already have the VR. And once we see this move to Immutable X, we should see new showrooms. We should see the Veveverse. We should see gaming. So virtual reality is coming fast, and VV and Ecomi are already prepared for this. So, this is one of my favorite charts right here, where it shows where we are now, right? And what will happen with, the augmented reality market opportunity with AR glasses, with smartphones. We are early in the process. Like, we are so early that you can't even recognize that people are even doing AR right now. AR glasses and AR is not really something that's widespread. It's just being tested right now. Even VR hasn't been as widely accepted. Facebook does have the Oculus, which is doing massive things, but the AR market which Vivi and Ecomi are heavily into right now, is going to blow. So this is, a couple things that I want to show about what is going to happen. Gaming revenue is going to go up, and this is a great document. You could get it from arkinvest.com, but I have this video that I want to play about, Facebook's metaverse and what we can expect from Vivi, man. So let's check out what this guy has to say.
As we kind of understand it right now, and as it's kind of evolving, and really kind of how that differs or compares to things that we do have right now, like VR, augmented reality, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so the metaverse, in short, is sort of a virtual online space where you use avatars to meet people, hang out with your friends, play games, maybe attend concerts or events and all kinds.
So he says you'll have your avatars, you'll be able to play games. We know that the Veveverse is going to have an avatar experience. We know that the Veveverse is going to have gaming. We know that we're going to have places and meetups. I even remember Dan saying, look, when we have drop days will be a whole different experience once the Veveverse is unveiled, because now we'll be able to have our avatars and do the drop days a whole different way.
Kinds of these fun things, and at some point maybe even work and do more tedious stuff. And it has its roots, the idea has its roots in science fiction, like Snow Crash or like Ready Player One. And for people who haven't read those, Ready Player One, obviously there's a movie out there too, if you want to catch up on it really quick.
So if you haven't seen the movie Ready Player One, that movie depicts what the metaverse will look like, and how people interact with their avatars, how the gaming is, and how integrated VR and this tech will be in our everyday lives. Like he said, even more tedious things will start to happen in these metaverses where people will be working from home in these avatars. So this is something that is going to happen, around 2025, 2030. But if you're investing into this space now, you see what the roadmap is. You see where we're going in terms of technology.
But in those books, the metaverse is very much connected to some version of VR, where people put on these goggles and then they're transported in these crazy virtual spaces and out of whatever hellscape they live in the real world. And I think that has led a little bit to people confusing VR with the metaverse. But in reality, if I have an Oculus Quest right now and I put that on to just play Beat Saber by myself, that's not the metaverse. It's just a different version of gaming, right? The metaverse is more a social sphere. And at the same time, I think the thinking has evolved a little bit about what the metaverse truly can be beyond science fiction. And people have looked at things like Fortnite or things like Roblox and realized, well, those are games or gaming environments, but we go also in these worlds and we have our own avatars and we hang out, and there's concerts in Fortnite, and in Roblox there's a whole economy. So those are in a way also early versions of a metaverse, even without VR.
So, I want to kind of just end it at that part, but think about what he said. It's the social aspect of the metaverse. This is what we're heading into. Fortnite, Roblox, they already have it, a social environment that's not just a game. It's actually an environment that you meet up with people, you talk, you interact, you create new experiences and new connections. And that's what the Veveverse will be. And with these brands, that's another reason why these brands are so important. They're creating a whole new world that, we used to know and love out here inside of their metaverse. So this is going to be crazy when they have Universal, when they have Marvel, when they have these different areas in their metaverse with these brands that we know and love, with Givenchy, with LVMH, and with all of these different brands and Pokemon arenas and stuff. These are the type of things that we can expect in Vivi's metaverse because of what they've been doing. They've been laying the foundation for so long, and I just feel like their metaverse will be one of the best. They have the brands, they have the NFTs for it, and this is major, man. So I'm very excited about it. And I definitely want to drop this for, a lot of the new people who are just trying to figure out about metaverses and what we're going to see, man. But if you like this video, as always, please like, man, and comment and subscribe if you're new, man. Peace.